So, Mercedes-Benz is reaching for something new. A level of luxury so high, it's actually a step above Maybach. Yeah, you heard that right. Today, we're going to dive into their brand new Mythos series and figure out what that actually means.
You know, for as long as I can remember, if you wanted the absolute top-of-the-line Mercedes, the answer was always simple, right? Maybach. But now Mercedes is asking this really interesting question. What if there was something even more exclusive? What could possibly sit above the world of Maybach?
And the answer? It's one single powerful word, mythos. And let's be clear, this isn't just a new model they're rolling out. Nope, this is a whole new chapter in ultra-luxury, and it's aimed squarely at the most serious collectors out there.
Okay, so what is Mythos really? Well, you can think of it as Mercedes' brand new strategy to build the absolute pinnacle of opulence. It's a new tier of exclusivity, and it's reserved only for their most dedicated, and let's be honest, wealthiest clients. So, Mythos is being set up as this super exclusive sub-brand, and there are two keywords you really need to latch onto here: collectible and strictly limited numbers. This is a huge shift, you see. You're not just buying a car anymore, you're acquiring a piece of automotive art. It's an asset, and its value is built on pure, unadulterated exclusivity. Now, this whole thing didn't just pop up overnight. It's actually been in the works for a little while. The first whispers started making the rounds back in 2022, but it wasn't until last year that they officially confirmed it. So now, the countdown is on for 2025. That's when the very first Mythos model is set to make its big debut.
And the best part? We already have a sneak peek of what that first model is going to be. So get ready for the first legend in the Mythos story, the incredible SL Speedster.
Yeah, thanks to some little hints dropped by Mercedes' chief designer, we know this is way more than just a simple upgrade. We are talking about a total reimagining of the SL. It's got this unique two-tone paint job, a hood that's literally covered in Mythos badges, and that classic Speedster design where they've ripped out the back seats to make way for those iconic speed bumps.
And this is where you really see the change in thinking. I mean, look at the Maybach SL. That's the ultimate four-seater luxury grand tourer, right? But the Mythos SL Speedster, that's a pure two-seater collector's item. It's all about that classic Speedster vibe. They're designed for two completely different worlds.
Okay, but what about what's under the hood? The performance. Well, the rumor mill is churning, and the numbers are just immense. We're talking more than 600 kilowatts of power. So make no mistake, this is not just some pretty showpiece. This thing is being engineered to be an absolute monster.
And with that kind of power, you better believe Mercedes is throwing down the gauntlet. They're not just playing in the same sandbox as other luxury brands anymore. They are taking direct aim at the supercar giants. We're talking Ferrari, we're talking Lamborghini. That is a seriously bold move.
All right, so beyond this absolutely incredible car, what's the business play here? Why is Mercedes pushing into this hyper-exclusive space? Let's break down the strategy.
The why behind all this becomes crystal clear the second you look at the sales figures. Just last year, in 2023, Mercedes-Maybach sales jumped up by a whopping 19%. That tells you that demand at the very, very top of the market isn't just strong, it's growing, and it's growing fast.
And that success, which was really fueled by the crazy high demand for the Maybach GLS and the S-Class, was basically the green light they were waiting for. It proved to Mercedes that there's a hungry market of buyers out there who are more than willing to pay a serious premium to get to that next level of luxury and exclusivity.
And here it is, the bottom line, coming straight from the horse's mouth at Mercedes. The goal, in their words, is to create collectible cars and charge a significant premium. It doesn't get much clearer than that. This is a signal that the Mythos series is all about creating high-value assets, not just high-performance cars.
So this all leads to some really fascinating questions about what the future of ultra-luxury is even going to look like, not just for Mercedes, but for the entire industry.
And that leaves us with this one huge, provocative question about the future, right? Is Mythos going to focus on creating these highly modified versions of existing icons, like the SL Speedster? Or is it going to evolve into a true, old-school coach builder, creating completely bespoke, one-of-a-kind commissions? For now, Mercedes is playing it close to the chest, leaving all of us to wonder just how high this new pinnacle of luxury is really going to go.